And now it's time to venture into Sector 5 again. This time, though, I get to do a pretty neat thing with the Shine Spark. There's a little bit faster of a way to do this using what's known as space boosting, where you speed boost and space jump at the same time. It goes a little bit farther, but it is slightly slower in terms of movement. Anyway, now we're forced to deal with water physics again, although there's actually reason to be afraid of this one, unlike the water physics in Sector 4, which there's really nothing in save for the electrified ones. The space pirate enemies, when they absorb an X from one of the fish, they become swimmy variants of themselves. They're more annoying because they move faster. Anyway, we are now... well, not quite. We are now almost at our next boss. I hear a lot about this next boss lagging the game a lot, and that never happened for me. I don't know if it's something to do with how I have the emulator configured or whatever, but yeah, this fight never seems to lag, for me anyway. Anyway, it's time to fight Nightmare. Nightmare's fight is split into 3 phases. This first phase is the easiest. He simply floats about at level with you, or at least he tries to keep up, and occasionally firing beams. We just finished Phase 2. Yeah, that's how quickly I went through it, didn't even have enough time to describe it. And here's Phase 3. Phase 3 is kind of long, so I'll explain Phase 2 before getting to it. In Phase 2, Nightmare activates his little gravity control-y thing, and basically makes the entire room act like you're in water. He then moves up and down, and moves forward and backward across the screen, occasionally firing lasers at you. That is, unless you kill him before he gets the chance. The strategy is to finish Phase 1 as high up as you possibly can, so you have enough time to just shoot upwards at him with the plasma beam to knock out his gravity controller. And now, we'll talk about Phase 3. Phase 3 starts off by him moving across the screen at you while firing lasers. And then after he hits the wall, he begins this weird circle-y thing. He can either go clockwise or counterclockwise. Clockwise is what we want, because he gets locked into the loop you're seeing here. If he does counterclockwise, I demonstrated this at the beginning of the fight, just fly around once and then fly under him or something. Just figure out a way to reverse his rotation. At this point, it's just space jump over him, run back under, shoot, repeat. I was contemplating speeding up this part, but I didn't really feel like it, considering the fight would have been too short to explain otherwise. It is actual. When I first talked about the plasma beam, I said that it was technically weaker than the wide beam, and that you really didn't notice it until this fight. Allow me to explain briefly. The plasma beam does damage per frame, however, Nightmare's face will only ever take 1 frame of damage, so you only ever do 23 damage a hit, which is only slightly over half what a missile would do. The wide beam does a fixed amount of damage, regardless of how long it's inside the enemy. So, its 45 damage would be more effective than the plasma beam in this case. I might make a bonus video of me fighting Nightmare with the wide beam sometime, but I don't know. Probably not. And now the fight's over. Yeah, that was a long one. Nightmare has a standard Core X, so yeah, it's pretty easy to deal with. And now we have the gravity suit. The gravity suit removes the hindrance of water and lava. They act as though they aren't even there. This allows us, obviously, to speed boost underwater, which is what we need to get out of this area. Through that door is a wall we need to speed boost through. However, we pretty much need to clear this entire room in order to get to it. Now that we've done that, we can leave this chunk of Sector 5. And now we're back in Sector 4. And that's where I'm going to end the video. So, bye.